It's time for Ocean State Credit Union's Friday Night Rivals, presented by Eric George and Associates.
Hi everyone, and welcome to Ocean State Credit Union's Friday Night Rivals, presented by Eric George, DMD and Associates. Frank Carpano along with Kyle Rowley for another edition of Friday Night Rivals. Tonight we're coming to you from Smithfield High School. Tonight it's North Smithfield visiting the Sentinels of Smithfield here at this beautiful high school field that has just been completed this past summer. Artificial turf installed here after so many years of regular grass, a brand new press box and stands that we are expecting to be filled for tonight's Division IV game. And Kyle, we have two teams that are coming off of both win streaks after losing the first two games of the season. Both teams now 2-2.
Absolutely, both in two-game win streaks. Both teams can't leave on a win streak, so we're going to see something. Two teams with completely different makeups. One team through the air, North Smithfield, and one team on the ground is Smithfield.
All right, let's talk about some of the key players in the game. Let's start with North Smithfield. Who are we keeping an eye on tonight?
Yeah, Ethan Caribou, their junior wide receiver. He's their go-to guy. He's the guy they'll target often in the red zone. He can go up, catch the ball high.
And for Smithfield?
I would say Aaron Archambault. He is the player to watch for Smithfield. Through the ground, 500 yards in the first 4 games.
Well, I'll tell you what, the last 2 games for Smithfield, they put 95 total points on the board, so we're looking forward to seeing some points on the board here tonight. So let's talk about the keys to the game. First, for the visiting North Smithfield team.
Yeah, well, North Smithfield is through the air, 80% pass attack, so they just have to limit their mistakes, play, no interceptions, because they're playing a lot bigger team. I think on defense, they just need a tackle. Archambault's a big kid. They got a big offensive line. They just need a tackle.
All right, so for the home team, Smithfield, what about them?
Yes, Smithfield's got a veteran offensive line. They just need to establish the line of scrimmage. The lows, that's where their key is. And then I think on defense, North Smithfield runs that spread offense, so they can just get to the ball, attack, gang tackle. They'll be fine.
Well, we're looking forward to it. We're glad that you're with us and hope that you'll stick around for the kickoff that's coming up when the Ocean State Credit Union Friday Night Rivals, presented by Eric George, DMD and Associates, continues right after this. And welcome back to Smithfield High School as we're getting ready to kick off tonight's Friday Night Rivals game. North Smithfield visiting Smithfield. Smithfield won the opening toss. They have elected to receive, and we're getting ready to go here for this game. Both teams, as we mentioned right off the top of the show, are riding 2-game win streaks, both with a record of 2-2 on the season. So obviously, Kyle, these are two teams that have begun to figure out how to win.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially Smithfield, they've got a veteran group of guys, and got smacked in the mouth twice in a row, but have found their rhythm thus far, and two-game winning streaks, and we'll see how it goes tonight.
All right, short kick bounces around the 20 and picked up at the 15-yard line, back up over the 20, 25, cutting it upfield to the 30, and now the 40, and then inside, and finally pushed out of bounds was number 17, Dante Makuna. 30-yard return on that opening kickoff, and Smithfield will go on offense to get us started here. And as we mentioned off the top, the last 2 games they've scored a total 95 points.
They have been on a roll, and that's a great return. Great way to start it out by Makuna there, senior wide receiver, also plays free safety and will do a lot of the kick returning here today.
All right, so they start the offensive drive inside of North Smithfield's zone here, 49-yard line, 1st and 10. And the handoff on 1st down and not going anywhere. So going to be a loss on the play of a couple of yards. 4-yard loss on that play. So we're just underway. Happy that you're with us for this edition of Friday Night Rivals. A ball spotted back in the 47-yard line.
Chris Petty meeting Archambault in the backfield there. That's key to the game. They really need to stop the run. Smithfield's got a bunch of big guys up front that have started since they were freshmen at the O-line.
Second down and 14. And the handoff goes to number 5. That's Aaron Archambault. And Archambault around the right side and dragged out of bounds at about the 43-yard line. So nice run around the right side for the Sentinels.
We'll see it here. Smithfield's going to go outside a lot of off tackle and sweep runs with Archambault. He's averaging 10 yards a carry, 500 yards on 50 carries this season.
All right, so that brings around third down and 3 now for Smithfield on this opening drive of tonight's Friday Night Rivals game. Ball spotted on the right hash mark. Jackson Chamberlain, signal caller. Handoff and right up the middle and first down and more. Still going down to the 20, 10, 5, touchdown. So Smithfield striking first here with 6 points as Aaron Archambault goes in for the touchdown.
Archambault straight ahead. This is what North Smithfield's biggest fear is, that they won't be able to get in front of Archambault, stop him. They're a lot smaller up front. Archambault, you can see he's a big guy, runs a little bit upright right there, but still able to break through and goes all the way to the goal line. 43
yards for that touchdown. And now the extra points. Kicker is Troy Stockwell. There's the snap, the kick is up, and it is good. So 7-0 here in the first quarter, 10-10 to go. And the third member of our on-air crew, Ben DeCastro, joining us once again. Let's head down to him. Ben?
Frank, thank you so much. I am here on the field, a very crispy field. This field is brand new. They only started playing on it back in August. It's all part of the beautiful renovations they've done, including the stands. They've still got some more work to do. But I got to show you, somebody who has the best seat in the house, not included in this. There's a resident right on the other side, a beautiful fire pit going, just like a perfect real estate if you want to watch the games from the comfort of your own yard. I might go over there and see what he's cooking for dinner. I'm not sure. We'll see if the camera can reach. But, Frank, it's just going to be a fun night here in Smithfield.
Maybe by the time you get there, they'll have some s'mores going for you then. Thank you, Ben.
You got to go collect $5 from them.
Well, that's one of the benefits to living so close to this beautiful facility that we have here. All right, we're going to kick this one off now as a little squib kick down the middle, bouncing, picked up at the 25-yard line, back up the middle, and brought down at about the 42-yard line is the Northmen of North Smithfield. So nice little return. Let's take another look at that touchdown, Kyle.
Yeah, just straight ahead. Aaron Archambault, the senior running back, they call him the hammer. Coach described him as a hammer, and really no need for hammering there. Great blocking by the offensive lineman up front. Like I said, that is a veteran crew. It's going to be very hard to stop that run. Look for North Smithfield to pack the box defensively.
All right, so now we get a chance to see North Smithfield and their quarterback, Ben Black, calling the signals here on first down from their own 43-yard line. Handoff left side up over the 45 and brought down at the 47-yard line.
That's Chris Petty, their sophomore fullback. Strong guy. Runs, will do a lot of the running in the middle for North Smithfield. When they do run the ball, granted, they will pass the ball a lot. You can see them coming out in some spread sets. They'll mix it up. Not a lot of guys are going to come off the field for North Smithfield. They'll just mix them around and change formationally.
All right, second down coming up here for the Northmen, who now trail 7-0. This is their first offensive drive of the evening. There's a snap and the first pass, and that one is complete. Turning it upfield and into Smithfield territory before being dragged out of bounds at about the 39-yard line.
Nice little out route there by tight end Andrew Stark, number 87. Good timing by Black to get it out there. Could put a little bit more on that ball, but Stark is really good, Coach said, at going up and getting it, and he shows it right there, high pointing that ball.
Just a sophomore. This North Smithfield team is very young. As we look down the class years, there's a lot of 9s, meaning a lot of freshmen on this team and a lot of 10s being sophomores.
Yeah.
Only a few seniors on this team, and only about 15 kids play because of the experience factor,
yeah.
and the numbers on the far sideline. I'm sure you can see over on the far sideline how few there are as compared to last week, LaSalle and Henrican. First down, little pass off into the flats, and that goes to Jaden Lynch. Lynch down to the 35-yard line, so pickup of about 5 yards on that play.
See how quickly Ben Black gets rid of the ball. Coach spoke very highly of him, that he kind of knows where to go, checks it down very quickly to Lynch. Lynch does a good job making a couple moves and falling forward. But like you were saying, Frank, 10 out of 11 offensive starters you'll see on the defensive side of the ball. The only one being Ben Black that'll sit down on defense.
Well, when they kick, not another whole unit comes in. It's just one, the kicker, who comes
exactly.
in. So, second down, 5. Just inside of 7:30 to go here in the first quarter. Snap, back to pass, going long, wide open, and caught down inside the 10-yard line. Nice catch there by Jaden Lynch.
Yeah, good read, pretty good throw. Could have got it out there. This could have been a touchdown, but so wide open that you fear missing those types of guys. And that's Lynch again. These guys are doing a good job high pointing the ball in an offense where you throw the ball 80% of the time. You really have to have guys with good hands that catch it with their hands to keep it off their body. And Lynch shows that he has the ability to do that right there, the halfback.
All right, in the Euclid Financial Services red zone, the ball spotted on the 3-yard line as North Smithfield now threatening to score here. First down and goal.
They'll go Wildcat here to Corbeau.
Looks like someone, a little illegal procedure, someone jumped, I believe was on the North Smithfield side. That'll back it up 5 yards.
Well, it looks like when they go Wildcat, they'll actually split the quarterback, Ben Black, out into a wide receiver position. They'll bring number 1 Ethan Corbeau into the quarterback spot and just run some running plays with him. But with that penalty, look for Ben Black to be back behind center.
All right, second and goal now. The ball spotted back at the 8 after the 5-yard penalty, our first penalty of the game.
Ball spotted at the 8-yard line.
Handoff down to the 5 and then pulled back. Nice defensive move there, as trying to get it done on the ground with number 44, Chris Petty Jr. carrying it.
Second and goal for North Smithfield.
Good job by Smithfield to get in there. Number 53, Ralph Farrar, kind of in on the tackle as well. And, what North Smithfield is going to do is try to spread you out and then hit you up the middle with the run. Second and goal.
The snap and the handoff goes to number 2, Jaden Lynch, and Lynch barrels his way down for a couple of yards, and that'll bring about third down and goal.
We'll see if Smithfield can hold on here. That penalty hurting North Smithfield. Still in good position. Got 2 chances to get in here if they don't opt for a field goal, and they're about the 2-yard line right now.
The Sentinels 2-yard line.
This would be a big hold if Smithfield can hold them to a field goal this early in the game. Obviously, Smithfield leading 7-0. They'll come out 1 wide receiver. Looks like North Smithfield's going to go a little bit tighter set. Might motion out of that.
Quarterback keeper, it's Corbeau, And he gets dropped for a loss, so that'll bring about 4th down. And it'll be interesting to see what they do here. The regular kicker for this team is a kid by the name of Nathan Gravel, a senior who's also on the soccer team. And tonight's the soccer team had a game.
Soccer team's got a game, so he's not here.
Right.
So, you know, look for them to go for it a little bit more on 4th down. And that's what we've got right here on the 5-yard line. The ball is spotted.